Jack Reiner is the Board of Directors Division A Scholar Attitude Award winner based on his leadership and outstanding performance in and out of the classroom. At the start of his cross-country season, Jack was disappointed when he was no longer the first runner for the team. My coach helped me see the bigger picture, and instead of focusing on my individual accomplishments, I started to focus on doing my best for the team, no matter what position I ran, Jack says. Good sports learn to think beyond themselves in pursuit of a goal. His coach also encouraged Jack to lead by example in 7th grade. Although I was the 3rd fastest returnee, I learned that by working hard and not complaining, it motivated everyone to try harder and run faster. The cross-country team's hard work paid off in a first-place finish at state. We won state because of everyone's hard work, not just the 7 who ran, Jack says. Jack gives his best in the classroom as well, maintaining a 4.0 grade point average. He credits his participation in interscholastic activities such as cross-country, basketball, and track in helping him develop good time management skills, responsibility, and organizational skills. Most importantly, however, he's made friends for life. When I started running cross-country, I didn't know the kids on the team that well. After many miles of hard work and the experience of winning and losing together, we've formed a very strong bond. Today, I consider my teammates my family. After high school, Jack hopes to attend a highly regarded university, such as Notre Dame or Michigan, where he can also play competitive hockey. He's currently considering studying science or math because all the answers make sense in those subjects, and he likes that.
Unfortunately, our Division A winner, Jack Reiner, could not be with us today as he is with his classmates on an 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. However, we are very pleased that his mom, Marta Reiner, and his aunt, Therese Laughlin, and the athletic director at Chicago St. Benedict, Mr. Chris Dinkins, are all in attendance to be a part of the program and to represent Jack. So at this point in time, I will ask Mrs. Reiner to step forward and receive the awards for her son, Jack Reiner. And presenting Mrs. Reiner Jack's awards is our board member from Division A, Mr. Tim Haupt, who is the assistant principal at Station Campus in Barrington. Please give Jack our best.
Participation in interscholastic activities has taught Tyler Gell the importance of being on a team, determination, sportsmanship, and learning not only from winning, but from losing as well. These traits, along with exemplary academic performance, led to his selection as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors, Division B. Tyler participates in cross-country, wrestling, track, band, student council, speech team, and jazz band while maintaining a 4.23 grade point average. He is most proud of his accomplishments in cross-country, where he medaled at all meets except state and improved his time in the 2-mile by 30 seconds. The determination required by sports and school clubs have shown me to hold my chin up, pin my ears back, and push through whatever might be oppressing me, Tyler says. Learning from losing, especially by being courteous if you lose, is an important way to practice good sportsmanship, according to Tyler. If you want to win a lot, you need to know how to lose, he says. He notes that when students participate in an IESA activity, they are representing their town and their school as well as themselves. I have seen it happen where a simple unsportsmanlike action decimates a school's reputation in an instant, he says. When a student practices good sportsmanship, people respect the student as a person as well as who they are representing. After high school, Tyler is challenging himself to pay for his college degree in aerospace engineering through scholarships and income he earns himself. Aerospace engineers have so much potential to change the way humans go about everyday life, he says. The science behind flight is so amazing, but much of the finer details are still waiting to be discovered. For his exceptional academic performance and commitment to teamwork and good sportsmanship, Sam Tholen has been selected as the Board of Directors Division C Scholar Attitude Award winner. Sam believes that if you have fun and take something away from your experiences, you are truly a winner, no matter what the scoreboard says. While some believe that winning is the purpose of the game, ultimately the goal of self-improvement should be a player's motivation, he says. Sam says his father and coaches have taught him sportsmanship by adhering to this rule. Once you knock them over, help them back up. Sam is normally the guy still standing, as he is a lineman on the conference-winning football team. Of his teammates at the same position, Sam explains that their sole purpose in the game is to protect other people and work together to do so. Winning the championship game brought us closer and allowed us to realize how well we work together, he says. In addition to football, Sam participates in basketball, track and field, the student athlete leadership team, and volunteers as a peer tutor. He maintains a 4.0 grade point average while taking a high school sophomore level honors math class. This advanced math experience has been Sam's most difficult challenge in junior high. Last year, Sam was the only 7th grader in a math class of 8th graders. I was very nervous about being part of that class, he recalls. I knew no one, and I did not know if I was prepared. Sam found a new friend by connecting with a fellow student who also played football. After high school, Sam plans to study mechanical engineering at the University of Alabama and would love to play football for the Crimson Tide.
With Tyler today are his parents, Maria and Barney Gell, and the athletic director of Geneseo, Mr. Darren Pardo. Tyler, there were 2 things in your application that really caught my attention. The first was something that you wrote about the person you most admire, your assistant principal, Mr. Johnson. You wrote something to the effect that he is faced with 100 of problems a day, and yet he always manages to resolve those and does all of that with a smile. And the second item is that you said that students are very quickly to judge each other, something that Stephen just mentioned to us. And that they judge each other based on their clothes, their personality, or even the way their voice sounds. And Stephen, again, just mentioned that he was judged very much as a young kid because of the way he talked after his unfortunate incident with that guard dog. And yet, he persevered through many trials and tribulations, and today he made you laugh and smile. And it's kind of ironic that the 2 things that you wrote in your application are the exact 2 things that Stephen has encountered in his life, and yet he's become very successful. And you will too, as long as you continue to work hard in the classroom, continue to be competitive, and you do it all with class. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. And with Sam today are his parents, Julie and Craig Tholen, and the athletic director of Yorkville Middle School, Mr. Jeff Persey. Sam, as a football player, you know how important your teammates are to the success of the team. Each player, every player on each play has a job to do, and usually if they do their job correctly, the play's successful. And if one fails on a given play, usually the play results in little gain, no gain, a turnover, a loss of yards, who knows. But without a doubt, football is the ultimate team game. And much like the field you want to study when you go on to school, on to college, mechanical engineering, that's going to be an ultimate team game as well. For that's going to require you to collaborate with many others. So when things get difficult, lean on the experiences you have learned in football to get you through the tough times and help you achieve success. Don't let a difficult assignment or project stop you from giving your best. Your teammates, whether they are your football teammates or your work teammates, will be counting on you. And I am confident that you will do all to the best of your ability. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions B and C, please extend your congratulations to Tyler Gell and Sam Tholen. presenting Tyler his award is our board member from Division B, Dr. Darrell Hogue, who is the superintendent of the Fulton Riverbend School District. And then Darrell, back over here to your right for the parents. There you go. And presenting Sam his award is our board member from Division C, Dr. Scott McAllister, who is the principal of James Hart Middle School in Homewood.
For his dedication to academic excellence and interscholastic activities and his commitment to the power of education, Zach Peekle is the winner of the Scholar Attitude Award for Board of Directors Division D. Zach is proud of his 4.0 GPA while participating in cross-country, basketball, track, honor society, club volleyball, soccer, science club, and lead club. I spend many hours practicing and studying in order to keep my grades up, and I do this because I value education, Zach explains. I have been fortunate to have the opportunity to participate in my sports as well as being challenged in the educational setting. In fact, if he could make one change in the world, it would be to help all parents understand the value of their child's education. In January of 2018, Zach faced the biggest challenge of his young life when his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. He struggled to focus in school as he worried about his mother's health. I now appreciate everything I have, Zach says. I regret that having a family member face a life-threatening disease was the only way for me to realize the bigger picture of life. Zach now participates in events to raise money for people with breast cancer. I believe my impact can make a difference in someone's life, he says. Zach hopes to continue to make a difference after high school by becoming an elementary school teacher. I want to be the person that my students trust and count on to make learning enjoyable, he says. By becoming an elementary school teacher, I feel that I will be able to set my students up to conquer any adversity that they will be facing throughout their lives. Courtney Harms credits interscholastic activities for helping her develop leadership and group interaction skills, in addition to maintaining an active and healthy lifestyle. Her success in and out of the classroom has resulted in her selection as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors Division E. She maintains a high grade point average while participating in volleyball, softball, basketball, band, choir, musicals, and student council. She's most proud of receiving her volleyball team's most versatile award. I got thrown into many different positions, some of which I hadn't practiced yet and was expected to perform, she recalls. I was able to adjust to each role and find success playing in each one. Another adjustment Courtney had to make was when she received a B grade in 7th grade. This might not sound like a big deal, but it was a major setback for me, Courtney explains. I was so ashamed of myself, and for a long time, it was hard not to think about it. Courtney says participating in interscholastic activities helped her to focus less on one setback. Just like in sports, when you don't perform to the best of your ability, you learn from it and work harder. To get back on track, Courtney set a new accelerated reader goal. She worked hard and achieved it. After high school, Courtney plans to attend college. She's interested in becoming a special education teacher as a result of her friendship with a neighbor who was diagnosed with autism. Changing kids' lives for the better is something I look forward to doing, she says.
With Zach today are his parents, Gina and Scott Peekle, and the principal of Shorewood Troy, Mrs. Renee Marski. Zach, you are a remarkable young man. And as I read your application, I saw so many similarities between your life and my life. My parents were both educators, and like you, I was blessed to have parents who understood the value of an education. And in a very unfortunate way, yet in a very educational way, both my parents had battles with that 6-letter word that your mom battled. It's unfortunate because of the toll it took on the one, and yet it's educational because those afflicted with the disease, as well as the family, quickly learn what truly is important in life. And it's very obvious to see that you've learned truly what is important. You indicated you want to be an elementary school teacher, and that's awesome. We need more teachers at the elementary level, and in particular male teachers. And I know you'll be a great male education teacher. So as you work towards your goal, remember the lessons that you've learned, as you've learned on the journey with your mom. Compassion for your students. Understanding that each child has so many different needs, and the willingness to always work hard, just as your mom has done. You're going to make significant differences in the lives of your students. And congratulations on your award today. And with Courtney today are her parents, Carrie and Mark Harms, and the principal of Flanagan Junior High School, Mr. Brian Yoder. Courtney, you indicated in your application that you would like to become a special education teacher. And being a teacher demands patience and the ability to work with all kinds of students, parents, administrators, and community members. Being a special education teacher often has even more challenges than regular division teachers. You indicated that the person you most admire is your science and reading teacher, Mrs. Ferris. And I know Mrs. Ferris, and she's a wonderful person and a great teacher. And when you start your teaching career, I hope that you will take many of the traits with you that Mrs. Ferris has taught all of her students. You indicated that she tries her hardest to help her students succeed. Nothing makes a teacher more proud than to see their students succeed. Make Mrs. Ferris proud. Be the best special education teacher that there is. And by doing so, not only will you be helping your students, but you will make Mrs. Ferris very proud of you. We all wish you the very best, and congratulations on your award. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions D and E, here are Zach Peekle and Courtney Harms. Presenting Zach his award is our board president, Mr. Tony Ingold, as our board member from Division D, Dr. James Mitchum, who is the superintendent of the Valley View District in Romeoville, could not be with us today. And presenting Courtney her award is our board member from Division E, Mr. Jeff Owens, who is the principal at Marseilles Elementary School.
For her commitment to her responsibilities in academic and interscholastic activities, Autumn Gray has been selected for the Scholar Attitude Award for Board of Directors Division F. Thus far, Autumn has earned an A+ in every junior high class. She set this goal in 6th grade and believes the goal has caused her to work harder at school. She's also president of Student Council, president of National Junior Honor Society, and co-captain of the girls basketball team. This year, basketball season was a particularly challenging one for Autumn and her teammates. Most of her peers from previous seasons elected to go out for other sports, which conflicted with the basketball season, leaving Autumn and one other player the only 8th graders on the team. Every game was an uphill battle, she admits. Despite this setback, she says she still played at 100% during every minute of every game and practice, no matter the score. In contrast, the 7th grade team had a tremendous season, winning most games by large margins, and it was hard not to be jealous of their success, she says. The experience taught me to not shape my identity around just one thing or expectation, she added. I know the experience of having gone through it is what matters most. This type of healthy attitude is a critical part of good sportsmanship, Autumn says. It does not always come naturally, so it's important to continually develop it because it reflects and affects much more than just the athlete, she says. After high school, Autumn plans to attend college. She's interested in a career as a middle school or high school educator, and she'd also like to coach and inspire athletes. For her excellence in academics and leadership in interscholastic activities, Chloe Wayland has been selected for the Scholar Attitude Award for Board of Directors Division G. Chloe says she has a fairly easy time absorbing information and performing well on tests and her schoolwork, and this is reflected in her 5.0 grade point average. I never really struggled, she admits, but notes that participating in interscholastic activities has taught her she will not always win or be the best at everything. That's okay, as long as I give my best effort, she says. Through her participation in orchestra, jazz band, speech team, scholastic bowl, math team, track and field, and serving as student council president and co-captain of the cross-country team, she's learned that good sportsmanship goes far beyond the playing field or court. Every person she comes into contact with is trying to be successful, whether that's in basketball, in a math league competition, or at work. Chloe says sportsmanship is respecting those people and their achievements no matter what, she says. No one will always be the best or win every challenge he or she faces. If you have true sportsmanship, your losses can be wins, she adds. Instead of hating whoever bested you, respect them and use their accomplishments to better yourself. Sportsmanship is what makes the world keep moving forward. Without sportsmanship, no one would go anywhere, making success impossible. After high school, Chloe plans to attend college and is interested in STEM-related fields of study. She says, "Our world is shifting towards more and more advanced technology, and I want to be able to understand the technology so I can use it to help with problems in our world."
With Autumn today are her parents, Faith and Stephen Gray, and the principal at Glassford Illini Bluffs, Mrs. Karen Peterson. Autumn, I was very impressed with your application when you not only indicated you want to be a teacher, but that you are also interested in becoming a school administrator with a desire to complete your doctorate degree. Those are lofty goals. And as the administrators in the room can tell you, being a school administrator today has challenges that none of them could have imagined 10, 20, or for some in here like me, even 30 years ago. Administrators 30 years ago had never heard of the term cyberbullying, had no clue what a cell phone was, didn't think about a transgender student, or think about an emergency plan should a student bring a gun to school. But times change. And should you attain your goal of becoming a school administrator, there will be issues that you face and that your school faces that we can't think of today. Your job will be to improve the educational process. It takes patience. It takes courage. It takes knowledge. It takes working with others. And it takes a little bit of luck. However you improve that educational process, continue to be the person you are. Don't lose those core values that your parents have taught you, or the lessons you've learned from participating in athletics. In high school and college, study with the same passion that has allowed you to become academically successful thus far. And one day, we won't be calling you Autumn Gray, but we will be calling you Dr. Gray. We all wish you the very best in your future endeavors. And with Chloe today are her parents, Jill and Mike Whalen, and the principal at Herscher Limestone, Mrs. Michelle Chavers. Chloe, you mentioned in your application that the person you most admire is your great-grandmother, who is 100 years old. She has lived through some of the most incredible times in our country. And while you admire her for the advice that she gives you and for her ability to live independently, I guarantee you that she equally admires you for all of your accomplishments as well. She admires that you study hard and have a report card with nothing but straight A's. She admires your love of running. She admires your desire to make society more accepting of differing viewpoints. She admires your desire to become involved in technology. And when your great-grandma was your age, a cell phone to her that is capable of doing everything that cell phones can do today would have seemed like science fiction instead of commonplace like it is in today's world. And my point is simply this: by doing what you have done to be successful, you are inspiring others. Continue to do all of those things that have allowed you to achieve success thus far. Not only will you continue to inspire others, but you will reach your dreams and goals. Good luck in your future endeavors, and congratulations on receiving this award. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions F and G, please welcome Autumn Gray and Chloe Whalen. Our board member from Division F is Mr. Antonio Johnson, who is the assistant principal at Dunlap Valley Middle School, and he could not be with us today, so presenting Autumn her award is once again the president of the board of directors, Mr. Tony Ingold. And presenting Chloe her award is the principal of her school, Michelle Chavers, who is also the IESA Board of Directors member for Division G.
Chloe French credits her participation in interscholastic activities for helping her become a more well-rounded person. Her outstanding academic performance and other achievements have led to her selection as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors Division H. She participates in basketball, volleyball, and Scholastic Bowl, and says good sportsmanship has made these experiences more memorable and more enjoyable. Although I may not always be the strongest player on the team, I make sure to integrate good sportsmanship by encouraging my teammates and always cheer from wherever I am, whether it be on the court or on the bench, she says. She notes good sportsmanship is equally important in non-contact activities like Scholastic Bowl and chess. We all have it in us to be good sports and make the game worthwhile, she adds. Chloe is understandably proud of taking high school math classes while still in junior high, and says earning good grades in high school Algebra 1 and high school geometry are her greatest achievements thus far. I've put a lot of time and energy into these classes to do well, says Chloe, who maintains a 4.0 GPA. I'm very proud of my commitment in preparing for my future. After high school, Chloe plans to study criminal justice in college and then enter law school. I want to become a criminal prosecutor because I hope to make a difference in the world, and I love to argue, she says. This career helps right the wrongs in our world and find justice for those who do not have a voice. Lacey Schultz is an outstanding student, a leader inside the classroom and on the playing field, and a valuable member of her athletic teams. For these reasons, she has been selected as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors Division I. She maintains an outstanding grade point average while participating in cheerleading, Scholastic Bowl, band, chorus, volleyball, and track. She's most proud of qualifying for the state track meet last year as a member of the 4x100 relay team. During sectionals, the team posted its fastest time of the season, breaking a school record in the process. Our school has some impressive records, and it means a lot to me to be up on the wall among them, Lacey says. This accomplishment is a result of hard work and discipline, she says, and she believes participation in interscholastic activities has helped her develop a stronger sense of self-discipline to train in the off-season. I've become a better leader by being named captain in both volleyball and track and field, she adds. As captain, she has accepted the additional responsibility to lead the teams and has worked hard to be a strong role model for her younger teammates, she says. Volleyball helped Lacey cope with a difficult situation when her best friend changed schools. I found this very difficult because I have known her my entire life, Lacey explains. Participating in volleyball helped ease the situation. Lacey isn't sure of a career path right now after she graduates from high school, but she knows she wants to help people. She tutors 6th and 7th graders in English and language arts, and she's learned she can help make a difference in other people's lives. She'd also like to play volleyball at the collegiate level.
With Chloe today are her parents, Teresa and Randy French, and the principal at Normal Epiphany, Mr. Mike Lutens. Chloe, I noticed in your application, and then when I reviewed your transcript, one of your teachers wrote in the comments section, quote, sees a side of things that others do not, end quote. And then I noticed that you want to become a criminal prosecutor and study criminal justice, and all of a sudden I connected the dots. As a criminal prosecutor, you're definitely going to have to see a side of things that others do not see. It's the ability to do that that will either make you a very successful lawyer or one who will fail. And the fact that your teachers already see that trait in you, I have no doubt that you will be successful and someone that I would not want to face in a courtroom. High school and college will present challenges. Embrace those challenges, just as a criminal prosecutor embraces their next case. Work hard, study, and continue your participation in school activities, and you're going to be successful in and out of the classroom and the courtroom. Congratulations on your award, and good luck in all that you do. And with Lacey today are her parents, Amy and Rick Schultz, and the principal of Greenview, Mr. Tim Turner. Lacey, you listed Wilma Rudolph as your favorite athlete. And that's a very interesting choice because it's very possible that many of your peers may never have even heard of Wilma Rudolph. And Wilma Rudolph was once told that she may never walk again after she was left paralyzed from childhood polio. And not only did she walk, she ran. And she ran fast. And she won gold medals in the 1960 Rome Olympics. And she was declared the fastest woman in history. So what made her overcome those obstacles to achieve that level of success? I truly don't know that answer. But I can guess that it had a lot to do with personal determination to not let almost insurmountable odds against her defeat her. She took control, and she was willing to work hard. And you indicated that you want to play college volleyball. And you're going to face many challenges, and I am sure there will be times when you question whether you want to continue to play. And when that time comes, remember your favorite athlete and all she went through. She didn't quit, and neither will you because of all that you have learned. Work hard, be prepared, achieve success. Good luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations on your award today. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions H and I, let's meet Chloe French and Lacey Schultz. Presenting Chloe her award will be our board member from Division H, President of the IESA Board of Directors and Superintendent at East Peoria Grade School District 86, Mr. Tony Ingold. And presenting Lacey her award will be our board member from Division I, Mrs. Julie Marquardt, who is the principal at Mount Zion Junior High School.
The Board of Directors Division J recognizes Landon Smith as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for his academic achievements, leadership, and participation in interscholastic activities. Landon has been named to honor roll or high honor roll throughout junior high. He says this achievement is his proudest moment. It shows I was working hard and proves that I devote a lot of time to school, says Landon. When he's not studying, Landon can be found playing basketball or football, playing the trombone in band, or singing in chorus. Through sports, Landon says he has learned to be a leader, to have discipline, and the value of working as a team. Exercise has also strengthened his back, which is important because Landon was diagnosed with scoliosis and wore a back brace to keep the condition from worsening. Wearing the brace for 20 hours every day was difficult, he admits. Adjusting to wearing a brace and having people know about it was a hard point in my life, he says. But he devoted himself to wearing it so he wouldn't have to endure a difficult surgery later in life. Landon admires his father more than anyone else. He has taught me that nothing comes without hard work, Landon explains. My dad believes in doing everything to the best of your ability and that nothing is handed to you in life. Landon says he has learned a lot of skills through their shared experiences, including the restoration of a 1946 Farmall H tractor. Landon plans to follow his father and his mother by attending Western Illinois University after high school. The fields of agriculture science and agriculture engineering interest him. I think science is fun, says Landon. Ag engineering sounds good because I like making things and figuring out how things work. For her exceptional academic performance and leadership in interscholastic activities, Cadence Kroll is presented with the Scholar Attitude Award for Board of Directors Division K. Cadence has maintained a 4.0 grade point average while participating in basketball, volleyball, scholastic bowl, speech, and chorus. Her education is very important to Cadence. She cites the fact she has obtained high honors throughout middle school and junior high as a feat of which she is most proud. Cadence believes so strongly in the importance of education that if she could make one change in the world, she would make elementary and grade school education free for everyone. Everyone should be able to have an education, whether rich or poor, she says. Through her participation in interscholastic activities, Cadence has earned the value of teamwork and sportsmanship. I've learned to get along with people who beat me, she says. These skills will be more important for my future development as a person. In fact, Cadence believes sportsmanship is important far beyond the playing field or court. Sportsmanship is not just found in sports, she says. It's found in a classroom, your job, or in anything with competition. Sportsmanship correlates with teamwork. Sports and other activities helped Cadence get through a difficult time in junior high. I started to isolate myself and didn't want to face the change that was happening, she says. Sports and other activities made me get back into the school and helped me fight through the change that happened. I'm much happier thanks to my participation. After high school graduation, Cadence hopes to receive an academic scholarship to attend college. She's interested in the fields of criminology, finance, and criminal law.
With Landon today are his parents, Cindy and Jason Smith, and the athletic director at Ashland AC Central, Mr. Colin Artheloni. Landon, you wrote in your sportsmanship essay that playing sports teaches you how to get along with others and how to manage your time and energy. You also mentioned that good sportsmanship will help you in real life when you are going through hard times and later in life when you have a job. In just a couple sentences, you really captured the very essence of interscholastic activities. Sports at the junior high and high school level are so much more than winning or losing, and it's refreshing to see that you are so keenly aware of this at such a young age. I am sure that when you and your dad restored that tractor, which we saw a picture of in the video, that there were times that things didn't go quite as planned. And that's where your participation in sports and the lesson sports teaches you will begin to make sense. Because when things get tough in sports, you have to work harder. And when things get tough in real life, you have to work harder. You don't just quit. So you will be successful because you've established a foundation for that success. Like others, I wish you the very best in all that you do, and I congratulate you on all of your accomplishments. And with Cadence today are her parents, Jackie and Sean Kroll, and the superintendent of Potomac, Mr. Larry Maynard. Cadence, when you broke your hand during the volleyball season, you indicated that the person that you most admire was your volleyball coach, Shauna Johnson, because she had to adjust to your teammates' different rotations and teach them how to play different positions. What she really was doing was teaching you a very valuable lesson. Things often happen over which you have no control, and how you adjust to those will determine your success or failure. And I can give you a classic example of how you need to adjust. On the back of your program, we print the mission statement of the association. And on Thursday of last week, we received the printed programs from the printer. And sure enough, despite all the proofing of the program that we did before it went to print, I looked at the printed book after it had been delivered from the printer, and I noticed a misspelled word. Not good. But we were able to make a few phone calls, and we got it fixed so that the program you now have in front of you is correct. We had to adjust. And that's all I'm trying to share with you by telling you the story. Life is a series of adjustments. How you adjust and how you react to things when they don't go well will often determine whether you are successful or whether you fail. Learn how to adjust, just as your coach had to when you went down with your injury. And you're going to be able to handle all that life throws at you. Continue to work hard, and I have no doubt that you will be successful in your chosen career. Congratulations on your award. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions J and K, please extend your congratulations to Landon Smith and Cadence Kroll. Presenting Landon his award will be our board member from Division J, Ms. Dana Isaacson, who is the principal at Macomb Junior High School. And presenting Cadence her award is our board member from Division K, Mr. Chris Graham, who is the principal at St. Joseph Middle School.
For her commitment to community service, academics, and interscholastic activities, Alyssa Reed has been selected as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors Division L. Through band and basketball, Alyssa has learned leadership skills and the importance of teamwork and compassion. In band, she's learned the importance of practice and self-discipline. And through basketball, Alyssa has accepted the challenge of leading the team as captain in both 7th and 8th grades. Interscholastic activities have helped me to become a more positive individual, she says. Sportsmanship and a positive attitude are two important reasons why interscholastic activities are so important for the development of today's youth. Her compassion for others is evident through her participation in Christmas for Kids, a program started by Alyssa's cousin to benefit less fortunate children in their community. Alyssa enjoys picking out presents for the children. Getting to deliver the presents and see how happy we have made them makes me feel truly blessed, she says. She says taking part in this program is her proudest achievement. Alyssa maintains a high grade point average and has been selected to the National Junior Honor Society. She's so committed to education, she plans to attend the University of Illinois to become a teacher. Helping in my mother's daycare, I have found a love and enjoyment of watching children grow and develop, she says. As a teacher, I want to inspire children to be the best version of who they are and help in building leaders of tomorrow. Kylie Kinzer credits her participation in interscholastic activities with learning the importance of sportsmanship, hard work, dedication, and teamwork. Her outstanding academic performance and success in her activities have led to her selection as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors Division M. Playing basketball has been an important part of Kylie's school experiences. In fact, she's most proud of being on a state qualifying basketball team 2 years in a row. This was a major accomplishment for such a small school, she says. All of us girls put in hours upon hours of hard work to achieve our goals of being a state-bound team. No one really thought we could do this. Kylie also participates in softball, volleyball, speech, and scholastic bowl while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. From all the sports she has played, Kylie has learned that hard work is the answer to success. I have also learned that if you are not willing to try your best and work your hardest for the love of what you're doing, then you should not be doing it, she says. She also learned an important lesson this year when some of her teammates and other students at school made fun of her for trying to be a good person. Eventually, she stopped letting the negativity of others get into her head. She says, however, that the entire team never let problems amongst each other at school affect the team's performance on the court. After high school, Kylie plans to continue her basketball career as a collegiate player. She's interested in studying agriculture business as a result of her upbringing on a family farm.
With Alyssa today are her parents, Kelly and Chad Reed, along with Ryan Young, and the principal at Paris Mayo, Mr. Kyle Shea. Alyssa, when we asked you if you could make one change in the world, what would that be? You answered that you would like to end the mental and physical abuse of children. And you also indicated that you would like to become a teacher to help children become the best versions of who they can be and build the leaders of tomorrow. As a teacher, you are molding the lives of your students, and you are entrusted to not only teach them subject matter, but also to protect them as well. So you're going to have that opportunity in your classroom to end that mental and physical abuse. The best teachers are those who care and motivate their students. Teachers today have so many roles to fill, and some days it may seem like teaching a particular lesson never occurred because you're dealing with a child who needs all of your attention. And you will eventually learn how to handle those situations because your mom has taught you so many things and inspires you. Continue to look to her as your role model, and there is no doubt that you will be a successful teacher. Congratulations on your award, and we wish you the best in all that you do. And with Kylie today is her mom, Lisa Schnetgoki, and her dad, Joe Kinzer, and the principal at Carrollton St. John, Mrs. Julia Lake. Mrs. Julia Lake. Kylie, you mentioned in your application that you were ridiculed by some of your classmates, but that you were being a good person. And as you discovered, when young people feel like someone else is getting too much attention, they make fun of that person rather than try and understand what that person is doing or who that person really is. For that matter, adults sometimes do very much the same thing. And then, when that person who is making fun of someone understands what is really going on, they begin to see you for who you are, and they stopped making fun of you because they knew you were doing the right thing. And as long as you're doing the right thing, then there's no sense in worrying what others are saying or others are thinking. Carry that with you through your entire life. You're going to encounter many people who want to make fun of you or think they know more than you. All along, you know you're doing the right thing. You may begin to doubt yourself, but as long as you know you're doing the right thing, that's all that matters. Because I am sure that your favorite athlete, Diana Taurasi, she was ridiculed, I am sure, many times growing up because she was probably not only the best basketball player on her girls' team, she was probably the best basketball player in her school. She's made a tremendous impact on the women's game. And I have no doubt that you'll make a tremendous impact in the field that you choose. Congratulations on all that you've done, and we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions L and M, let's congratulate Alyssa Reed and Kylie Kinzer. Unfortunately, due to prior school commitments, neither one of our board members from those two divisions could be with us today. So presenting the awards to the division winner will be our president of the board, once again, Mr. Tony Ingold. And now, Kylie.
For her academic excellence, participation in interscholastic activities, and compassion for other people, Erica Gerard has been selected as the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors, Division N. Erica maintains a 4.0 GPA while participating in basketball, volleyball, track, cheerleading, scholastic bowl, student council, and band. She says taking part in these activities has helped her come out of her shell. Erica demonstrated this new skill when she helped a teammate who was in danger of being academically ineligible raise her grade in order to continue playing. Erica offered to help her teammate study. This was my proudest moment, not because it helped me, but because I was helping someone else, says Erica. I felt proud of myself for reaching out to her because as an introvert, this was outside of my comfort zone. If Erica could change the world in any way, she would wipe out bullying. She says there should be programs for offenders. Some kids do not have the best role models to look to when it comes to appropriate behavior, which is why the program would be for bullying offenders and their parents, she says. One never knows what is going on in another person's life and how much a few simple words can tear a person apart or build a person up. After high school, Erica hopes to attend the University of Florida on a softball scholarship. She's interested in the field of chemical engineering. I have a mathematical mind and I love the thrill of solving problems, says Erica. Erica also believes it is important for more women to enter the chemical engineering field. Jackson Rogers is the Scholar Attitude Award winner for Board of Directors Division O. He was selected for the honor based on his exemplary academic record, participation in interscholastic activities, and passion for success. Jackson is an honor roll student and participates in baseball, basketball, track and field, media club, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Participating in several sports helped Jackson cope with a tough situation last spring when he fell and broke his wrist during his hurdles event at a sectional track meet. In spite of a broken wrist, Jackson finished all his events and even qualified for state in the 4x400 meter relay. Participating in track helped me cope with not being able to play baseball by giving me something to work for, which was the state track meet, he says. Coming from a military family, Jackson is most proud of being selected to participate in a wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. Of more than 300 seventh grade students at his school, Jackson was one of 4 selected for the honor, which took place during a week-long school trip. I am proudest of this event because I got to honor my school, family, and country in a ceremony that I will never forget, he says. After high school, Jackson plans to follow in the footsteps of several members of his family by enlisting in the Illinois Air National Guard. This path will give him the opportunity to serve his country and help pay for his college tuition at the University of Illinois. He'd like to pursue a career in sports medicine. I have a passion for sports and would love to help injured athletes once my playing days are over.
With Erica today are her parents, Jamie and Ryan Gerard, and the principal at Robinson et al., Mr. Craig Beals. Erica, you mentioned in your application that your favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because you are not like any of the characters. I know you're not like the Scarecrow, who didn't have a brain. Your academic record is outstanding with nothing but straight A's and A+, and you've been named to the high honor roll. You certainly are not like the Tin Man, because anyone who admires and loves their Grammy, as you call her, or anyone who wants to join the volunteer club while in high school certainly has a heart. And you're not the Cowardly Lion, because someone who helped a fellow student raise her grades so that she could stay eligible is full of courage. So what is it? I have to think that you're much like Dorothy. You have a uniqueness and a spirit about you that just makes you an all-around good person and a good student. And that's evident by the many wonderful things that your teachers wrote about you on your transcript. But like Dorothy, you are also a bit curious. You're going to have to work hard and not give up, because your chemical engineering field is not an easy field. You won't just click your heels 3 times and you're going to have your college degree. But just as Dorothy never gave up on trying to get back to Kansas, don't you give up on your hopes and dreams either. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you're able to follow your yellow brick road to success. And remember to work hard. It always has its rewards. Congratulations on your award. And with Jackson today are his parents, J.C. and Randy Rogers, and the assistant principal at Edwardsville Lincoln, Mr. Alan Duncan. Jackson, this past fall, you helped your team win the IESA state baseball tournament. Not a lot of kids get a chance to say that they were part of a state championship team. And I'm sure that was a fun weekend for you and your teammates. But I want you to know that the fact that you won a state title had nothing to do with you winning this award. In fact, I tell the judges, just because someone applies and they win has no more bearing on winning this award than someone who applies and all they do is participate. What won you this award was your superb academic record, your participation in school activities, your answers to the questionnaire, and your ability to write. Few kids get a chance to experience winning a state title. But winning a state title in junior high school doesn't get you into the college of your choice. It doesn't mean you will land your dream job. It doesn't even mean that you'll get to play in high school. What it does do is teach you to work hard and to set goals and to have a plan. That's how you achieve success. So continue to do those things, and I am sure that you will be successful in all that you do. Congratulations on what you have accomplished so far, and good luck with all of your future plans. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Divisions N and O, let's give a warm welcome to Erica Gerard and Jackson Rogers. Presenting Erica her award will be Mr. Pat Drace, who is our board member from Division O and the principal at Teutopolis Junior High School. and presenting Jackson his award will once again be our board member from, our board president, Mr. Tony Ingold, as our board member from Division O, Dr. Steve Stewart from Lincoln Middle School in Edwardsville could not be with us today due to a previous commitment.